Audio article by the Common Constitutionalist entitled "The Democrat Plan to Prevent a Conservative Court." On Tuesday, the Washington Times reported that Senator Tom Udall, Democrat of New Mexico, proposed a compromise for President Trump and the Republicans. Udall suggested that rather than Trump nominating Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court, he instead simultaneously nominate both Gorsuch and Obama's nominee, Merrick Garland, to the High Court. He advanced the notion that President Trump should, quote, meet privately with the court's current 8 justices and see if any of them are retiring. If one of them is planning to step down at the end of this term in June, Mr. Trump should promise to nominate Judge Garland, and he and Judge Gorsuch could be voted on at the same time, unquote. As an odd aside, Tom Udall, son of the late Mo Udall, Democrat of Arizona, who served in Congress for 30 years, is second cousin to Senator Mike Lee of Utah. A liberal hack like Tom Udall, with a conservative review Liberty score of F and a conservative voting record of 4%, comes from the same family tree as does Mike Lee, the only senator with a perfect 100% Liberty score. Small and weird world, isn't it? Does anyone else see what is happening here? This is classic good cop, bad cop, and I guess Udall has decided to play the good cop in a cesspool of Democrat bad cops. Now, if Democrats controlled what the Republicans do now, there is no way any of them would ever consider such a transparent proposal. Just imagine Obama agreeing to anything this vacuous. But these are Republicans we're talking about, save for Trump. Their standard MO is first and foremost to be liked and be agreeable, more often than not at the cost of their own constituents. Remember in 2011 when John Boehner ascended to be the Speaker of the House? In an effort to appear magnanimous and, of course, to be loved and get along, he announced that he would try to bring the two parties together by changing House rules to grant the minority party more authority. What a schmuck. So while Democrats and their radical minions are wailing and gnashing their teeth over everything Trump, Tom has decided to be the soothing voice of reason. Well, don't fall for it. This is a desperate move by a desperate and withering party to hold on to one leg of the stool, historically their favorite and most effective. They've squandered away both the legislative and executive branches. The Dems know they can ill afford to also lose the judicial. So far, it must appear to them that the marches and protests of their brain-dead followers has had little effect on Trump, so instead they might try some trickery. Many on our side, me included, have stated that Trump's first nominee will actually not be the tough one. The Dems complain a lot, but Gorsuch will be confirmed. It's actually Trump's next bite at the court's apple that will really count, and the Dems are well aware of this. Gorsuch merely brings the court back to status quo, where they were with Scalia. But if just one more conservative justice is confirmed, this will tilt the balance firmly to the right, to the Constitution, possibly for decades to come. And this scares the Dems like nothing else can. So this is a Democrat endgame, playing on the historical need of Republicans to get along and run from anything controversial or even slightly difficult. Udall has suggested the perfect compromise. And to pull this off, he doesn't even need for Trump to be fully on board. The Dems only need for Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to once again show that he has no spine. He is the one who ultimately decides who gets voted on or not. If they can convince McConnell and a gaggle of other linguini-spined Republicans that this will be the easy way, they will jump all over it. Then they just have to hope that the swing voter, 80-year-old Anthony Kennedy, can hold out long enough for a Democrat to take back the presidency. Thank you for listening.